Oras, new Pokecrew, it's UturnCrobat here, and you are watching Week 1 of the NPCC Season 2. But before we get started, please make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. Show me those thumbs up if you like this video. Now this battle rather, is going to be up against Jerry Oak. I'm going to be leaving his Twitter and YouTube link down in my description, so if you want a chance to battle him, then go check that out. Now if you did not see the team builder, I suggest you pause this video and go check out my team builder, because that is where I do all my in-depth type stuff. I'm not going to go over the team in depth like I have in the past, and I also going to be doing something a bit different regarding my explanation of this video. I'm going to be recording it with XSplit and playing it through Windows Media Player, so then I can have then I can be able to pause the video if I want to pause the video and explain my thought process during that time. So if you guys like that, let me know in the comment section. Because I've never done anything like this before. But I'm bringing Mousetrap, the Bronzong, the Victini, the Shinsuke Victini, Zolomon, the Zapdos, Cliffhanger, the Flygon, Skank, the Megalopony, and Ariel, the Vaporeon. Like I mentioned, if you haven't seen what sets they are, pause the video, go check out the team builder. He is bringing Cherry, aka Jerry Oak, is bringing the Suicune, Helios, Gardevoir, Quagsire, Scizor, and Jirachi. Now, Suicune is going to pose a problem for our team because he is one fat defensive mon. And the Helios and Gardevoir, they hit like a truck, so we really needed to kind of play around that. In the Quagsire, we thought maybe he might be bringing it. We didn't think he was going to bring Scizor, but he does. And the Jirachi's kind of scary because it could no T-Wave. But I'm just going to go into this battle because it was a good battle. It just kind of showed what my team can really do. It just showed what his team is capable of. It hits like a truck, and it's kind of scary. But I hope you guys enjoy it, because I'm going to lead out with Bronzong here, because I figured here. Okay, so I figured he was going to lead out with Jirachi. Now, if I knew that, I very well could have led out with Victini and scared him out. But the thing is, I really just wanted to play it safe. I didn't want to lead out Victini and him lead out Jirachi. I didn't want that possible T-Wave hitting the Victini, so I wanted to play it safe for the first turn, and I felt like both of us getting our rocks up was going to help, so I just wanted to play it safe. As you can see, we're both gonna get our rocks up, and during this time, you know, I didn't really care if I stayed in, because Jirachi can't do anything to me. I'm a specially defensive wall, and I can take physical hits very well. But he's going to U-turn, as you can see right here, and you're going to see momentarily that he does go into Quagsire. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. I have no reason to not use Earthquake. So I'm going to go for an Earthquake, and it's going to hit the Quagsire. Obviously, it's not going to do much damage at all. But you know what? I figure getting any damage on this Quagsire is going to help. Now, this Quagsire can't do anything to me. And I do pack that Levitate on Bronzong. But it's kind of funny, because you're going to see here, Quagsire is going to be getting a few Scalds on me, and you're going to see what happens. But I think, right there, I think he predicted me to switch out. Obviously, he did, because Jerry knows better to try and Toxic a Steel-type Pokemon. But I'm not going to switch out. I'm not going to switch out because I can just stay in here and get some damage. A lot of damage on this Quagsire if I want to, and I really want to, because we do have that HP Grass on Zapdos, and we do have, you know, Energy Ball and Victini, so I really wanted to get some damage off on this Quagsire as much as possible. So I really just wanted to stay in. I was lucky I didn't get that burn from the Quagsire Scald. I was really lucky I didn't get that. But I'm going to stay in because I really just want to get that Toxic off on the Quagsire. You know, hitting a few EQs will be beneficial, but as long as I can Toxic this Quagsire, I felt like at that time it was going to help me a lot more than anything. Because the Quagsire could potentially recover, I think it knows. But getting the Toxic will definitely help us out in the long run, because the more damage Quagsire takes, it's going to help us. He gets hit with the rocks. I'm hitting the EQs. You know, his chip damage is good, and he's poisoned. So the longer he stays in, it's going to help us. It's very beneficial for us that we get a lot of chip damage on this thing. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm still staying in. Well, Quagsire can't do anything to me. If I get burned, so be it. I really just wanted Bronzong in there just to set up rocks and just to get some chip damage. I didn't really mind if Bronzong got burned, but luckily for me, he did not. But I know this is kind of stally, but Quagsire can't do anything to me, and I just really needed that chip damage on Quagsire. I really needed to get Victini in and go for a possible Energy Ball. or I just really needed to get Zapdos in and go for HP Grass. I really needed to do that, so all that chip damage was going to be helpful. I'm going to go for an EQ, because obviously, actually no, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to switch out because Quagsire can't really do anything to Zolomon. Now, Zolomon, you know, Zapdos is going to get hit with the rocks, it's going to suck, but Scald isn't going to really hurt. It's not going to really hurt Zapdos from a Quagsire, so that's why I wanted to switch out. But luckily, it's a good setup here for us because we have Heat Wave. So he's going to switch out. He does not want to get hit with a Heat Wave at all, but we're going to go for a Heat Wave nonetheless because we see a Scissor in front of us. We're definitely going to be going for that Heat Wave. Now, Gardevoir is going to come in. I mean, that's fine. The Heat Wave is going to do a butt ton of damage because Zolomon does have a great special attack stat. As you can see right here, it's going to be a 2-hit KO if I really wanted to throw a Thunderbolt after the Heat Wave, but I really did not want to kind of get outsped by the Mega Guard, because now that Mega Guard is going to be using Protect, as you're going to see here in a second, Mega Gardevoir and Zapdos is going to speed tie. And I really needed Zapdos later on in the battle, so I really did not want to have that chance of Mega Gardevoir outspeeding us and just destroying Zolomon. I did not want to take that chance, so I feel like I'm just going to switch out and go to Aerial. Aerial normally can take a Hyper Voice, anything from a Mega Gardevoir. It can take at least 2 of them. But this crit, as you're going to see here in a second, is just bullshit. It really is unfortunate that we got a crit right there, because Aerial would normally be able to take a Hyper Voice or 2, and then possibly hit it with a Scald. Now, I'm going to Protect, because I didn't really think I was going to live this second Hyper Voice. As you're going to be seeing, I am going to be living! I'm not going to really give out too many spoilers, and I'm not going to really go too fast, but the reason why I went for another Protect is because I wanted to try and get another Protect and get another Lefties. Boost, not boost, but more Lefties. I didn't think I was going to be living. That's why I went for Protect. If I knew I was going to live that second Hyper Voice, then I would have hit a Scald, and I probably would have taken out the Gardevoir. But I really didn't think I was going to live, so I really was trying to preserve Vaporeon there. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going out to Cliffhanger now. I let Aerial, I sacked Aerial off because I don't really need it anymore. It didn't really do anything, but oh well. But Cliffhanger is going to come in because now he knows that we're Scarfed. We brought Cliffhanger in right here. Okay. So we brought Cliffhanger in. He figured we were Scarfed because the way we brought it in. Obviously, if we're going to bring a Flygon in on a Mega Gardevoir, obviously we're going to be Scarfed. There's no possible way a non-Scarfed Flygon is going to be outspeeding a Mega Gardevoir. But we were going to, I mean, I was going to go, I keep saying we because of the team and everything, but I was going to go for a U-turn because I would have taken out the Gardevoir. So as you're going to see right here, I mean, it's fine that, that he switched out because now we have that initiative. We're going to go for a U-turn. It's going to be a crit. It's not going to really matter. That wasn't really too much of a crit, but we're going to get that initiative nonetheless. Now we can just go into Zolomon. Zolomon doesn't really mind getting scalded. Unfortunately, we are going to get hit with those rocks, but Zolomon doesn't really mind getting hit with scalds. It doesn't really mind too much. But right now, we're just going to Roost, because Suicune, if he wanted to use that, that Scald, we can just Roost up, and it won't be a problem at all. We can just hit a Thunderbolt or an HP Grass, whatever, probably Thunderbolt, but we're going to Roost up because we really need that HP. We need that recovery. But luckily for us, he was predicting us to use, right here, okay. So he's predicting us to use a Thunderbolt, which is perfectly fine, but sucky for him, we have the HP Grass, as you're going to see here in a second. We're going to surprise Quagsire, because he figured we were going to be locked into Roost or Thunderbolt, whatever, but we're not. Actually, he saw the Life Orb recoil, I'm sure, so... But we're going to hit an HP Grass on the Quagsire, taking this defensive Mon down, finally. It wasn't really too much of a problem for us, but if I allowed him to stay in longer than the normal, then it would have been a big problem for us later on. Right now, I don't really want to play the outspeeding game to see if he was going to outspeed or if I was going to outspeed. I don't really want to do that. Helios is most likely going to be outspeeding anyways, but I'm going to go into Bronzong. Mousetrap, I know, can take a Volt Switch. It can take a Hyper Voice, Thunderbolt, whatever Helios wants to do, I can take it. But now he's going to get that initiative, so that's a problem. It's a problem because I don't really know who he's going to go into. Looks like he's going to go into Suicune, which is fine, but Bronzong doesn't really have anything for Suicune. Suicune could have set up all over this Bronzong. Hell, he could have Calm Minded, he could have rested, he could have done any of those shenanigans. But the thing is, I'm glad that we had Toxic on Mousetrap, but we didn't really use it on Suicune at all. I'm going to go into Zolomon, because right now, I am predicting a Scald to come, and it was either that or a Calm Mind, and I really just wanted, you know, I just was trying to predict him to use a Calm Mind. He uses Scald, which is fine, but the problem now is Zolomon is burned. Normally, I wouldn't care, but Zolomon, we packed most of the EVs and special attack and whatnot, so he's not very defensive. Now that the rocks are up and everything, I don't really want Zolomon being burned. I'm roasting up, because why the fuck not? I want Zolomon to have all this HP, because we're going to need him. Technically, we don't necessarily need him right now, because we did use Zolomon to the best of his ability, taking out that Quagsire with the HP Grasp, but we're switching him. There's no possible way I'm going to allow Helios to take out Zapdos. But right now. So, I wasn't really sure if Flygon was going to be living this Hyper Voice. We did pack some EVs in, you know, some of the defenses and HP and whatnot, so I was taking a risk right here, but I figured he was going to be living just the way how much HP I had and whatnot. I wasn't really sure if he was going to be Specs, but we did see that he is Life Orb. So we saw that in the beginning of the battle as well. So knowing that, I knew that we could take at least one Hyper Voice. But he's gonna, you know, switch out. We're Scarfed, so we could easily take out the Heliolisk. We don't really have any reason not to go for EQ, U-turn, Defog, anything. I was thinking that we really needed to get rid of the rocks, though. Because, well, quite frankly, those rocks are a huge problem for Victini, and they're a huge problem for Zolomon. Zolomon's burned. I can't afford to let Zolomon keep getting hurt with those rocks. So, unfortunately, we got rid of the rocks on our opponent's side, but it is what it is. We can't have rocks on our side. It's bad. We can't have that. I'm going to go into Mousetrap. I was basically foddering it off right now. Doesn't really matter if he goes for a U-turn. I was just sacking it off. I don't really care. You know, I could easily just go for an Earthquake. I could go for Stealth Rocks. It doesn't really matter. But right now, I can see that he's bringing in his Jirachi. And I know for a fact he's going for Stealth Rocks. I'm going into Shinsuke the Victini, knowing he's going to go for his rocks. Because I want Victini in before the rocks are up on our side, so then I can just scare him out. But he doesn't switch out, which is fine. I was going to hit a Blue Flare on anybody anyways, and I'm just going to do a massive ton of damage. But I'm taking out the Jirachi right here. You know, it's a crit. Honestly, depending on his EVs and Jirachi, I don't think the crit mattered. But like I mentioned, it might have mattered depending on his EVs, on his special defense. I'm not really sure. But he's going to go in. Okay, I need to explain this because this is kind of a big play. So he figured, because we have Expert Bolt, he didn't see Life Orb Recoil, he didn't see anything. He figured we were locked in. He figured we were locked into Blue Flare, so then he could potentially start setting up his Suicune. Now the thing is, we are not locked in. We have Expert Belt, and you're going to see right here, we are not locked into Blue Flare, because we do pack that Thunder for Suicune. Thank God we didn't miss, because we're going to take out the Suicune right here with a powerful Thunder. Now I'm so glad that we did pack the Thunder. Props goes to Scruffy Fox for thinking of that one. Thank you. I owe you a ton. And so, I'm just happy that we were able to get rid of Suicune with Thunder. Because right now, he has Scizor, Gardevoir, and Heliolisk left. So I'm going to just fodder off Mousetrap right here. I don't really need him anymore. Now, I'm glad that we switched out. I was going to switch out nonetheless, but I'm just more glad that I switched into Mousetrap. Because now that I saw that he was going to go for a Surf, I can kind of just bring in Lopunny here and go for a Fake Out. Because I figured, or I didn't figure, I actually forgot that I wasn't Mega Evolved yet. So I really needed to Mega Evolve and get that Mega Speed that Mega Lopunny has. So I just needed to Fake Out somebody. Now the only Mon that he has that can take a Fake Out in any moves that Lopunny has is Crimson, the Scizor. Now any damage is good damage. Chip damage is really good, especially if you're battling a defensive Scizor. You know, chip damage I feel is always good. So getting a Fake Out on this Crimson helps us. I mean, it didn't really matter that it didn't do too much because I'm not leaving Lopunny in here. I really needed a safe switch in, so I'm thinking, you know, who can take a Bullet Punch? Because I'm figuring he's gonna go for that or even a U-turn. I'm sacking Flygon off. Flygon did its job. I don't really mind sacking it off right now. We packed the rocks, we put the rocks up, we took the rocks off. So Flygon put in a good amount of work. I'm happy we brought it. But like I mentioned, we're going to sack it off right here, because now we can go into Victini, or Zolman rather, sorry. We're going to go into Zolman because we do pack that Heat Wave, remember. And I'm surprised he didn't go for a Bullet Punch. From that range, I mean, Bullet Punch may not have taken me out. I mean, I know I resist Steel, but I don't know. I guess any damage would have been good damage, so I am kind of surprised he didn't go for Bullet Punch. But we take him out with Heat Wave nonetheless, and we're going to go down to the Burn, and it sucks. Burn plus Life Orb Recoil just kind of sucks, and Zolman put in the finest work. I'm glad we brought Zapdos. Unfortunately, we didn't really use Static too much, but Zolman did put in the work, and I'm happy we brought that big old yellow bird. So I'm going to go into Skate, because now I can go for Fake Outs and Returns and anything. He's going to switch out. I'm not really sure why. Right now, he's just delaying the inevitable, because he can just easily get faked out and just end the battle. But I'm not going to complain. He did a great job battling. He's a good battler. I'm not going to take anything away from that. He knew what the hell he was doing, so I'm not going to take anything away. But I'm just going to go for returns, because I can outspeed Mega Gardevoir. I can outspeed Heliolisk. So I am just glad that we did pack, well, that I did pack those EVs correctly, where the happiness, you know, was... Because when you use return, it has to be happy. And you have to be able to take out mons like that. And luckily, we defeated Jerry Oak. So, you know, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. It was a good battle. The Suicune, it was scary to me. Because Crocoon is a massive problem. The Heliolisk and Gardevoir hit like a truck. And he could have went through. He could have sliced through our team with Heliolisk and Gardevoir, and that would have been a problem. If he did pack T-Wave on Jirachi, that would have been a huge problem for Victini, but we didn't really see if he did or not, so, you know, I'm glad we picked up the win. It's our first win of Season 2 of Week 1 for the National Pokemon Competitive Conference. Twitter will be in the link in the description, so make sure you guys go follow us, and make sure you go subscribe and follow Jerry Oak. He's one hell of a battler. But I think I'm going to get the hell out of here. But if you have any questions for me about the battle, leave them in the comments, and I'll answer them. But, you know, I hope all of you have a great day, and I'll catch all of you, all, on the flip side. Bye!